virtual tower garden tour around the country. We have over 150 crops that you can actually grow in the tower. Most of the gardens that you're going to see are being grown by first-time tower gardeners, and in some cases, first-time gardeners. You don't need any tools and you don't need any experience, and that's part of the beauty of this system. Donna is a life enrichment manager with an assisted living facility and memory care in New York. And here you can see one of her 3 towers, and you can see from her comments what a difference this is making in the lives of the residents and also the staff. Now, this is Renee's tower. Renee is a first-time tower gardener. She has a covered townhouse patio that faces west, and there are redwood trees that are casting filtered light and shadow over her garden. So let's hear what her experience has been.
Hello, my name is Renee, and I have a totally brown thumb. Never could grow anything ever. I just replanted my tower for the 2nd time, and the only thing I left on there was the strawberries because they're just doing really well and beautiful. The other vegetables were huge, and it's just time to take them out. So I left the strawberries on the top. I planted herbs the next row down, and then below that I planted flowers. There's all different kind of flowers that can bring butterflies and hummingbirds. So that's what I did. And then at the bottom, I planted lettuce and spinach. The lettuce last time was incredible. The gourmet lettuce, it's different colors.
Oh,
really, really, really good. And the cilantro did really, really, really well also. And the kale did really, really well also. So that's it. I'm in Half Moon Bay where there's not a lot of sun, and it does pretty well.
So this is Madeline's tower. Madeline is in Walnut Creek, and we ordered this on June 23rd, installed it, and started her seeds on July 6th. And here it is on August 30th. She's growing strawberries, zucchini, and a variety of herbs and greens, including kale, chard, lettuce, lemon thyme, sage, mint, and cilantro. So Joanne is growing indoors in Connecticut in the cold season and outdoors in the warm months. This is our Flex outdoor tower with a grow light assembly. And by removing the lights, she can actually grow year round with this one unit, which is super convenient. And you can see how beautiful and vibrant all of her greens are. The indoor system is best for herbs and salad greens. And you can also grow cherry tomatoes on it, but not things like cucumbers and things that want to be pollinated by bees. So Pat is an experienced gardener. She's in Oakland, California, and let's listen as she shares her experience with the tower garden.
So this is my very first tower garden, thanks to my dear friend Lori Keate. I've never done anything like this before. I've always planted in the ground, and I cannot tell you how absolutely fantastic this experience has been. I love my garden. I have gorgeous tomatoes and parsley and zucchinis. Go down here. This is actually the 2nd batch that are coming through. 2nd batch coming through. The cucumbers have been nonstop. I actually have a few here that are the next batch. That are coming on in here. The basil I planted in the middle, and it's actually come up through everything else. So you can see the basil has come up into the top. It hasn't bolted, it's flowered. I've let some of it flower because it's so pretty, but I'm super happy with it. The strawberries are done, so I did pull them from the top. The tomatoes. And my onions that are all in here. So thank you, Lori Keate. This has been really a lot of fun.
So Chantelle actually bought this tower as a gift for her husband, Jay, along with an extension kit. So she's actually, well, they're actually growing 28 plants instead of 20. And this photo was taken 6 weeks after planting. So you can see how fast things grow. With our new fulfillment system and free shipping, it only takes about a week to get your tower garden from the time that you order, and 3 to 4 weeks from seed to harvest, depending on the crop. Here you can see some basil, cilantro, some kale, zucchini. They're growing cucumbers and tomatoes, and a variety of herbs and different salad greens. And now let's hear from our own Gwen O'Neill.
Everybody, I'm picking some greens for a dinner party that I'm having tonight, and so I thought you might like to see some of them. This is mustard green that adds a really nice spicy mix to the salad, and you can see how much I've already cut off this plant. There's a different, slightly different variety of it. And then I think I'll pull some kale salad.
It's been good, making me hungry.
And let's see what else. How about some arugula? Not too much though. That's really spicy. And when it gets big like this, it's even spicier. And look, I have some peas here too. Let's pick these. I'll let that grow a little more. How about some chard for color?
Like a tree. Small tree.
And then I'll go up to this tower. This is where most of the lettuce is. So this is Grand Rapids lettuce, which I just love because it's very crispy and it's really great in a salad. I also have the other variety over here. I don't remember which one this is. It's some type of romaine. I think I have a stray dandelion too here. Look. I don't know where that came from.
Well, you can eat those too, right?
Yeah, right. Well, they're great in drinks especially.
So it's great in drinks,
And drinks, yeah.
Oh.
Great. So we think that's enough for 5 people.
You can always pick more if you, once you
Right,
start making
that's
it,
true.
which is the nice part.
Right.
Don't get fresher than this.
Here's some baby kale. I think I'll pull some of this as well. And I have more peas coming on this tower. I just love my peas. My romaine. Okay, I think that'll do it. Another day in tower garden heaven.
Isn't that the truth?
Okay, thank you, everybody.
So you saw how Gwen was harvesting with her fingers. That's how I harvest most of my crops, basically, is you just break off the lower, largest leaves. You don't really need any tools. If you choose to use tools, that's fine, but you don't really have to on most crops anyway. This is Mitch's tower, a month after install. Mitch is growing in Half Moon Bay along the California coast. So they get salt air, quite a bit of wind, low heat, and low sunlight. This is Jim's tower. Now, this was another gift from his wife, Pam. So let's hear what he has to say about his experience.
Hi, so we have a tower garden and love it. Right now, it has a lot less on it than normal because we are about to go through a crop refresh. But we still have some flowering bok choy, a whole bunch of tomatoes at the bottom, some pepper plants. Um, in the past, we've had cauliflower and cucumbers, herbs, really any leafy green like lettuces, gourmet lettuces, romaine, all of that does really well. Arugula did incredibly. Uh, we've had peas on here. It's great. The thing that's wonderful about it is when you need something, it's right there and available. As far as maintenance and ease of use, it's a breeze. You have to fill up the bottom container, which is hidden behind all the tomatoes right now, but that's a well of water that you also put your nutrient mix into. You have to fill that and replenish the nutrients about once a month, maybe once every 3 to 5 weeks, depending on how full your garden is at the time. But otherwise, set it and forget it. Self waters, you just yield at the end based on what you're growing. It's been great. I can't wait to get a new crop into this for the fall. And I've been considering getting some UV lights attached to it so I could bring it inside for the colder months. But so far, so good. It's been great.
So this is one of 3 towers at another assisted living facility in Redwood City. This is on an outdoor upper patio balcony, and this gives the residents access to fresh, nutritious produce, as well as a beautiful natural element with running water and greenery. Viridiana, you can see here, takes care of the towers, and you can see her harvesting from them. This is Stephanie's tower 1 month after we installed it, and she's in San Carlos.
Here is my tower garden. These are Keate. These are cantaloupes. It's a little baby growing somewhere in there. I saw the other day. And tomatoes that now need a cage. Just trimmed them all and kept the little flowers so we get the fruit. I've got, there are more tomatoes, maybe the others, I forgot. Some lettuce was being overshadowed by some strawberries, so it's coming back to life once I moved those. This is basil, big basil, goes in every salad. This is bib lettuce. I just harvested this for a big family barbecue, and I had enough salad from my tower to feed the whole fam. My rainbow chard, gorgeous. Every morning I put it in my smoothie, and there's still always plenty. Some kale. Got a couple little guys that took a while to grow, but they're coming up. Jalapeno, chives in here somewhere. And now that I'm learning how to do it, I'm gonna start thinking about what winter vegetables I want. So one.
So this is John and Angelus tower, and they're growing 20 plants with a support cage for all of the larger vining plants. At the bottom, you can see the squash and tomatoes. This was taken 3 weeks after installation, and that was in San Bruno. And again, they have a coastal influence there, lower light, lower heat, wind, and some salt air. And then finally, I thought I'd share my towers with you.
I'm Lori Keate. I am actually sharing my tower gardens with you today. This presentation was scheduled a couple months ago, and because it was delayed, many of my clients are actually replanting their towers. So, as I am as well, but I thought I would share what I have going so you can kind of get an idea of what's possible. This is my tower inside the greenhouse. This is one of 4 towers that I have. These are big boy tomatoes. You can see there's some ripening down at the bottom. I have marigolds that I planted in here, which support the tomatoes by attracting beneficial insects. You can see I've got a rather large cucumber hanging down here. These are red pride tomatoes, and they're in the process of ripening. And I have a miniature
cantaloupe, a personal size melon. And everything else has been moved to another tower because the tomatoes were smothering them. So outside the greenhouse, I have another tower, and this has my eggplant. And you can see they're quite lovely. This one's ready to go. He's huge. I also have blossoms coming out, so I'll have more eggplant. These are Sweet 100, which is a low acid, lovely cherry tomato for snacking. Some basil. I wish you could smell it. It's absolutely lovely. I also have some thyme in here, and I've replanted recently, and so you can see my lettuce is just starting to peek out of the cubes. This is my third tower, and this is a little bit of strawberry at the top, heavy duty lettuce plantings, all different kinds of lettuce. This is Farmer's Market blend. I've got Queen of Crunch, got some romaine. Here is some beautiful parsley and some chard. I've got a couple different kinds of little pepper plants coming out. You can see the little babies. Smile. And this is what lettuce looks like. At the end, I've been harvesting leaf by leaf all along these very large stalks. Eventually, I'll cut these and I'll replant, and it'll look like this again. This is my fourth tower. I recently planted this tower, and this is all California wildflowers, and they are just starting to produce buds. And the purpose of this tower is to attract bees and and pollinators, so that my towers are fertile and I get lots of fruit and veggies. And those are my towers. So the tower garden actually uses aeroponic technology. This is the science of growing with air and water cycles, or in a mist environment instead of soil. And here you can see a few of the benefits of growing in a tower garden versus growing in the ground. Our product actually provides the fastest, easiest, and most economical way to grow your own fresh organic produce. I spend maybe 15 minutes a week on my tower, depending on what I'm growing and the time of year, compared to 15 to 30 minutes a day or more on my in-soil garden. The tower comes with everything that you need to grow for an entire season, and it's a fun, fast, and easy way to grow produce at home. There's no risk of contamination, unparalleled convenience, and superior taste and nutrition. Plus, you'll save time, money, and water. This is our team and our contact information. If you have further questions, please connect with whoever invited you to attend today. And I'm going to